Good evening, this is the Oscar expert here with Brother Rowe, and it's time for the Gotham nominations.
First reactions of the season.
You know, these aren't really, like, super duper important, but of course, because nothing else has happened and it's October, they're going to seem really important for, like, a month.
What do you think's the film they're going to give nominations that we don't even know exists?
I know. But I have a list, actually, of things that I'm expecting. But at the same time, the Gothams this year made a lot of rule changes. One of their rule changes is that they have no more budget cap. So they can nominate Barbie if they want to. They actually can't nominate Oppenheimer. There was like somebody who mentioned that there were a few exceptions that like not submitted. It was Oppenheimer and something else. I mean, but for example, like Poor Things, way past the budget cap that they normally have every year where they nominate indie movies. They can nominate Poor Things this year, I think.
I think they might not nominate it because of the budget. I think even though there's a budget thing, I wonder if they're still going to adhere to saying we exist to honor indie films and low budget films.
Past Lives is going to be benefiting a lot from recognition here and Indie Spirits.
Yeah.
Most likely. They're actually, if you look at the Oscar contenders this year, not a ton of them are indies.
Yeah.
Worth noting, though, that they have a rule that in the Best Picture category, you cannot qualify unless you are an American film. The other thing is they are allowing international films to compete in all the rest of the categories, but I think is normally not the case.
Oh.
You could see Sandra Hüller in Best Actress, even though the movie's not in Best Picture or something like that. I think May, December would do well. They often pull out a lot of Sundance movies. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Fair Play, Eileen,
what's it called?
You Hurt My Feelings got like an acting nomination or
1001.
something.
That
Teyana Taylor, yes. Breakthrough director, All Dirt Road's Taste of Salt, Blue Jean, Puesera, don't know that one, Celine Song for Past Lives, and 1001.
Nice.
Best documentary feature, 20 Days in Maripol, Against the Tide, Apollonia, Four Daughters, and Our Body. So this category like sometimes overlaps maybe like 2 or 3 with the Oscars. Three like at best. Mariupol probably has the best shot, and then I would say Four Daughters. I haven't really heard too much about the other ones, but Mariupol also showed up at the Critics' Choice documentary nomination. So that one's like on track, I think, right now.
Yeah.
It's on track.
Yeah.
International feature, All of Us Strangers, Anatomy of a Fall, Poor Things, Totem, which is Mexico's international submission.
Oh.
And The Zone of Interest. So I don't know if
Zone of Interest being international? Yeah, it's not going to get Best Picture then.
3 out of the
5 movies here are British. This is why the Academy Awards can't just make it about the country you're from. You have to be in a different language.
Best Screenplay, All of Us Strangers, Anatomy of a Fall, May, December, RMN, wow, and The Zone of Interest.
Oh.
That's pretty good. And I told you...
Wait. Past Lives?
Oof.
I don't know. It's smelling like a snub.
I'm going to put a pin in that because
fine.
there's always like a thing that prevents something. But I will say RMN's kind of interesting.
May, December,
I love that. Anatomy of a Fall. All the Strangers is like
Zone of Interest showing up in screenplay.
No, this is
kind of interesting.
This is what I was trying to tell you is that I actually think that any group that just likes Zone of Interest a lot is just gonna start giving it screenplay nominations. It's just gonna get into those categories.
Kind of like how 1917 and it came out and started getting screenplay nominations. Except
no, but different.
Not in an indie way.
In an indie way. That if you want.
Poor Things not here. I think it makes sense. Like they're not going to go quite as far out of their way to nominate something like Poor Things because the budget's bigger.
All right, we got Outstanding Supporting Performance. Juliette Binoche for The Taste of Things. That's actually a pretty good, interesting pick.
Okay, you've seen it, I haven't.
Here's Beyond the Budget Cap. Penelope Cruz for Ferrari.
Oh.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's going to start happening. It really is. She can pop up. She'll be popping up.
Jamie Foxx for They Cloned Tyrone.
Huh.
Didn't see it. Heard he was good, though. Claire Foy and All of Us Strangers. Definitely expected that.
Yeah. Expect that too.
Ryan Gosling for Barbie. There it is.
Whoa.
There it is.
From a $1.5 billion grossing movie.
Yep. Do I think that this is a good rule? Not really. I think that the Gothams and the Indie Spirits, this is the time to embrace smaller films. They're kind of abandoning it because they aren't getting as much attention and they want more attention.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You think that's the reason?
That's like kind of the reason, yeah. They're still doing it overall. Glenn Howerton, Blackberry, very much expected that to be
essential.
Here. A lot of people are going to be happy about that. I haven't seen the movie yet, but people are really rooting for him. Sandra Hüller, Zone of Interest.
Nice.
I was like...
It's a good one.
Unsure.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
I think
going to be double nominated.
You know, if she weren't in for Anatomy of a Fall, I would actually we'll look out for her at the Academy Awards for that, because it could surprise in a similar way that like Leslie Manville for Phantom Thread or Marina de Tavira for Roma. It could be kind of like that.
You know,
she's very good in it.
That is the weakest acting category of the Oscars.
I think we should take it a little seriously.
Now, these last three are great. Rachel McAdams, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret.
Yep.
She's excellent in that movie. Charles Melton, May, December.
Of course,
had to have been a slam dunk. They didn't nominate Julianne Moore.
See, I'm telling you, she's not gonna get a lot of nominations.
And Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers, who I also expected. No Dominic Sessa.
The Holdovers has not been in any other. It doesn't get.
No, The Holdovers is very The Whale here. You'll see it in acting, and you won't see it anywhere else. Like I feel like because The Whale was eligible.
It's funny because The Holdovers is an indie film, but I wasn't really expecting it to pop up all over the place either.
Yeah. Outstanding lead performance: Anjanou Ellis Taylor for Origin.
Wow.
Lily Gladstone, The Unknown Country. Wow.
What?
That is
what?
Lily Gladstone got nominated for another movie.
Fancy Dance, not
Fancy
Killers.
Dance did not come out this year.
Yeah, but what is The Unknown Country?
I don't know.
Did I miss?
I feel like I've heard like one thing about that movie. Greta Lee for Past Lives. Oh no.
What? What's oh no?
Who's not in supporting?
Huh?
Who's not in supporting?
Any of the Past Lives boys.
Yeah.
But
John Majaro was like supposed to get
this.
It's
not. Yeah, I know.
He
Wait,
was supposed to get that.
You literally told me yesterday. You were like, I bet one of the Past Lives people is gonna miss, and people are gonna freak out. You said that.
Did I say that?
You said one of the Past Lives people. I think you were sort of anticipating that Greta Lee could get snubbed, but she's stronger than John Majaro. John Majaro's not. I don't think he's that strong.
If I remember correctly, like didn't Stephanie Hsu like not get nominated last year or something?
Yeah. They did a lot of weird shit.
Also was expecting this. I'm happy to see it. Franz Rogowski for Passages. Excellent.
Oh.
Still one of the best lead performances of this year.
Yeah.
Babetita Sajo for Our Father, the Devil. Andrew Scott for All of Us Strangers.
Essential.
Very good. Kaylee Spaney for Priscilla. Knew that was going to happen. You're freaking out.
It's there.
What's wrong? Tiana Taylor for 1001.
Okay. I was scared for a second.
That's great. We're happy to see that. Michelle Williams for Showing Up. Sure. And Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction.
Yeah.
There we go. That's good.
First nomination for Jeffrey Wright, where he might get that number 5 slot.
Yeah.
You know, they could have nominated one of the supporting actors in 1001. It would have been very deserved, but I think it makes sense. All the love's going to go to Tiana Taylor.
You know, they didn't nominate Natalie Portman for May December either. But they tend to they're not double nominating a ton of stuff between the acting categories.
I mean, All of Us Strangers got 2 nominations, but that's
true.
Wait
a minute.
What?
Sandra Hüller for Anatomy of a Fall didn't make lead performance.
Wait, no, okay, listen. No, this happens every year. There's always somebody who seems like they're in and then they don't get in.
No, this is just this. It's too weird for me to actually it's too much for me.
It's too weird, but also how?
They nominated her in supporting, and the movie is getting other things everywhere.
That's
it might even be a rule. Paul Giamatti didn't get nominated for The Holdovers.
No,
but that doesn't feel like they need to go out for that. It's funny that Ryan Gosling's like the one performance that like really gets in. Right. Nobody from Poor Things is here.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Coleman Domingo for Rustin not here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Best feature is Passages. I literally looked this up yesterday. Passages is a French film, but okay. I thought that would have a good shot to get in here because they always pick a Sundance movie that actually they have several Sundance movies. Wow. What? Okay, Past Lives is here.
Anatomy of a Fall's not here?
No, Anatomy of a Fall's not an American film.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And neither is anything apparently from the international category.
Okay.
Reality.
What is that?
Huh?
Did I see that?
Huh? No, you didn't see that. No, you didn't see it.
Wait, what is that?
That's the one where Sydney Sweeney plays that girl.
Oh, yeah. That movie, yeah.
That movie and she didn't even fucking get lead performance.
I didn't get any other nominations.
That's very odd and bizarre.
Wow.
Odd and bizarre.
I mean, it has an 83 on Metacritic.
Showing Up for Best Picture. I thought Showing Up was fine, if I'm being honest. I didn't really think it was that good. And 1001. 1001 did really fucking good.
Wow, wait, that's it?
Those are the nominations.
Oh, that's incredibly underwhelming.
They're a little strange.
Okay, well, they could have nominated American Fiction.
The Holdovers and Priscilla and any of this stuff that they nominated in the acting category. Say congratulations to Past Lives for winning this award. And yet no screenplay. What's that about? Is there like a thing with that?
Nope.
The movie's going to win the award.
Yeah.
So there you go. Who's going to win lead performance? It's probably between Greta Lee, Andrew Scott, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe like Tiana Taylor or Jeffrey Wright or Kaylee Spaney.
Probably Greta Lee.
I mean, if we're being honest, like, who has the best shot to get the Oscar nomination? Probably Greta Lee or Jeffrey Wright. Supporting performance, I could see Charles Melton winning, honestly. I mean, the person with the best shot for the Oscar nomination is Ryan Gosling. But it would be, like, kind of out of character for them to give him the award.
Yeah, I don't think I would predict that.
But do you see how, like, they did go out of their way to, like, nominate Ryan Gosling and Barbie?
Yeah.
Because they just wanted it so fucking bad.
Yeah.
They still stayed true to being, like, about indie movies, really, for the most part, though.
Also, they didn't give May December Best Picture.
Screenplay, I think, could be Anatomy of a Fall. They like All of Us Strangers. That got a lot of nominations. Wouldn't be surprised
I think it'd be Anatomy of a Fall.
International feature. It'd be interesting if it was Poor Things. This category is more like Oscar-y than their Best Feature category, in a sense. Because The Zone of Interest, Poor Things, Anatomy of a Fall, All of Us Strangers are all, like, somewhat contenders there. I don't know if Poor Things would win, because they didn't, like, go crazy for it in other categories.
Also, Anatomy of a Fall wasn't nominated for any acting categories, including the supporting actor.
Oh, yeah.
Role.
We wanted Milo Machado Graner in there.
We wanted him in there. Given the nominations, you might say Zone of Interest.
No, it did get Screenplay
it didn't
and an acting award. Documentary, I mean, I don't really know if they like to go for things that aren't just really typical, but Mariupol is looking pretty strong right now.
Maybe.
Breakthrough director is probably going to be Celine Song. They have to, like, kind of
absolutely.
And those are the Gotham nominations. Did you have a blast watching this video or knowing what the nominations were? Did you have a blast?
It wasn't, like, the most fun thing. It was sort of fun to look at. Can't really freak out for a Gotham snub.
Thanks for the fun, everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing.
If you were submitted to the Gothams, would you be an international movie?